lot's been happening on the farm lately, and I know I haven't been in touch much, and I'll get started back at it again. But I broke my foot about 6-ish weeks ago, so I was about 5 weeks away from the farm end of the property here and away from the animals, and it was frustrating for sure. But by the end of that, I had my air boot, which is a plastic removable cast, and my crutches. My foot felt pretty good. Saw the doctor, and they said I can get rid of the crutches and get rid of the air boot. Then I talked to her a bit more, and she said I can take 2 weeks to phase them out. Well, phase out the air boot. I dropped the crutches right away, but it's been about a week, and I feel like I have a broken foot all over again. Where the bone broke, there's a big bone callus around it as it heals, and it's like this big ball the size of, I don't know, a table tennis ball or something, that is like the equivalent of having a big old rock in your shoe. And it's throwing off my foot balance and everything. But the doctor said I could get out and about if I got some good boots. So I got some good ankle support boots there, so I don't twist my ankle and break my foot again. The farm is doing good though. We had some issues, but things are coming along. There's my boys. My bucks. Those who've been following me know that the bucks have that pen and that tall grass one in the middle there. I had a request recently, and this is to fulfill the request of the new equipment. So this is the first tractor we got. It's a little Cub Cadet. It's about 24 horsepower. It's a little dinky thing. Like, the front wheel of this tractor is bigger, taller than it. Second tractor we got is this one. It's, what was this one? 70-ish something horsepower. We thought that was pretty big. And then we just got this beastie. So my dad got this one for himself. The air conditioning is broke on that, so it gets really steamy in the summer for haying. This one's a bit nicer. It's much higher off the ground. It'll handle deep snow and such conditions a bit better. But like I'm 6 feet tall, and this is up to my eye height. It's a big wheel. He was out doing some mowing out in the fields. So, way back there, let's see if I can zoom in on it. See that nice green grass out there? It all looks nice and even. He was cutting out there. That's the field we hayed. And then just the other side of those trees he was cutting. And he's just mulched it back down. It'll just turn into compost and fertilize the soil. Just because we're not going to get to haying those fields this year. And if you can mulch them back down and they can self-fertilize, all the better. I'm out and about here today to show you what we're doing here. We've got sheep and goat fence. This has an opening in the wires of 4 inches by 4 inches, so that'll even contain little kids. And we got that for a reason. And that's because this fencing, this is just your basic cattle fencing, field fencing. You see here how it kind of bumps up. Yeah, the goats have been getting through that. And they've been being annoying. We've got the girls contained back there. We've never contained them solely back there before, but that's because we're going to rip all this front fence off and replace it. Because all the young kids and some of the smaller mamas have been coming out here roaming around. They've gone down to visit and annoy the bucks and get them all worked up because it's breeding season. And they've come out here and they've eaten down our apple tree, our cherry tree, and some shrubs over there that we planted. And they're just being an annoying menace. I've wanted to do this for a while. This fencing's not cheap. These are two 330-foot rolls. So 660 feet, which is lots. It's not going to do everything, but it's going to be a good start on containing these guys. But it worked out to about $2 a foot for the fencing. So yeah, that's our task today. We're going to do this stretch of fence here, and then we've got a fence behind the barn that stretches up along that laneway to do as well, because they're getting out there, even some of the bigger mamas. And yeah, Mabel's been helping us out. We got a really expensive satellite collar for her recently, and we've had her out on it. You gotta charge it like every 18 hours or something. It's kind of annoying. But we let her loose at night, and it's charging now. But yeah, Dad wanted me to do a video first and then help out, so I will help too. But some of this fencing is good. Sorry, I know I said I'd help too, but I just got distracted. See, this has narrower spacing, which should have been on the bottom. So whoever installed it got it upside down. But we'll take this off because it's pretty new, and that narrow spacing will make a huge difference for the goats. And what this fencing doesn't cover, we can use this to patch up with. So yeah, that is what we are about today. Wow, does fence ever look weird when there's no fencing? I got the posts and that top wire. I see the fencing's all out. Honestly, the hardest part of fencing is taking out the old stuff. It is so annoying and time consuming. And now, the next step, the new fencing. Now, in case you ever get to be wanting to do some fencing, you need this tool. It's got a hammer end there. These two are wire cutters by opening and closing. There's the end that you hammer this end and put that under a staple, and then you lever it out. And then those two holes in the middle hold your staple like that, and then you take your hammer and you whale it in without hammering your thumbs. Very, very handy tool. Well, this is the fence job almost done. It is a thing of beauty. This is the kind of fencing you want to see for goats. We got a couple more posts to hammer in here. But I also wanted to show you this down here. So this is our fence puller. It's got hooks. You hook it onto a fence. You get your come along, you ratchet, and you anchor it fairly low on a post, and you can stretch the whole fence nice and tight and snug and make it beautifully easy to hammer in. So the goats most certainly will not be getting out of this fencing anymore. We're just clearing up some of the hay so we can get the fence in tight to the posts. But yeah, that's gonna fix their little red wagons for sure. No more coming out to eat my apple tree.